there or not?
Yeah. Just ping these out. How are you, sir?
Yeah, mate, not too bad.
So here at Phoenix Fitness / Randy Sam's, we care about production value.
Oh, because of the noise. What have you got?
Let's have a look.
Let there be light.
Company thought I was going to give away the PR horn.
So what are we doing today then?
Max out time.
Max out time.
Don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I still haven't figured out what the jobs are going to be.
Currently on 100 kilos. Warm-up's looking good. See what we can get.
See, if I was feeling good, I'd do 100, 120, 140, 160. If I was feeling good. 140, 150, 160, and miss 160 or... That's my worry, the second rep is always so much better than the first. Bar is loaded. Well, there's always that small part of you, squats are the worst, where you just want to stop and go in. It's like, nah, fuck it, because like deadlift, you don't have to pick it up. If it's heavy, you just put it down. Bench is a bit worse because you're trapped underneath. But squats, I always find one in my head, where just like, even if it's heavy, you just don't have to do it. Just, you know, go home and watch telly and kiss your wife and eat some tea, like.
Don't get into that mindset.
There goes my killer instinct. Ready? 3, 2, hop! Right!
Fucking easy, you've done it loads of times. Come on.
Ready? 3, 2, hop! Actually, to be better. Better.
Come on, Sam. Take your time, don't rush this. Come on.
Ready? 3, 2, hop!
Well done, well done.
Like I did every day when I was a trouble teen. Do you wanna know my past and see every single score, know what they mean?
Ready?
Oh, looks
Half
like
our time.
only one. To stay awake his leg.
Ready, Sammy? Come on, Ed. Let's go, come on.
Come on! Ready? 3, 2, hop! Bad day at the office.
Yeah.
God, cannonballs, mate. I think it's got no explanation as to why either. Can I do 100 then? Tracking 15.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 15 would be a good Any more? Come on! 17, 18, come on! 2 more! Come on! 1 more now, come on! Push it! Easy! Nice! You're a fucking madman! What the fuck?
Do you know what? I might have another one there.
I know, I think you might have done. That's mental. It was just built for reps.
God damn it.
Jesus.
I think I'm more annoyed by that.
You're more annoyed by that, yeah.
Well then, that was a wee bit mental. Sam had the intention of going for a new 1 rep max today. He wanted to get sort of in between 155 and 160. Just one thing or another, he just wasn't feeling quite right today, and it wasn't there, unfortunately. Doesn't help that he had a slight misgroove on the 145, which really put him off. But yeah, he managed to redeem himself by absolutely smashing a 100 kilo AMRAP, because that has haunted him a little bit, because he got 100 kilos for 19.5 reps not too long ago. So it was nice for him to get a bit of redemption on that, and to not let the PR horn down. Although it's meant to be for 1 rep maxes, he still managed to get a PR. So yeah, buzzing for him that he actually managed to come away with some sort of PR, but obviously gutted that he didn't manage to get a new 1 rep max. I now have to crack on with my session, my Tuesday session, which is some deadlifts.
6. 1, 2, 3. Come on, be patient with it. Next time. 4. 2 more. Come on, mate, last one. Get set. Finish it. Finish strong. Oh fuck. How good did that feel?
From 0 being great to 10 being 8. Probably somewhere in the middle area section.
Nice.
Can you be bothered, mate?
I'll give you in there, make it a little bit painful, so then you get all hyped up. You're like, that's horrible. Is it like, you're like,
A little bit.
leave me alone.
That generally does make you want to fuck off me.
Exactly. The problem is I'm going to get punched at the moment.
Is this too much for hype up something? Good thing it's solid.
Come on. 3. I'm gonna be sick. Come on, mate, you're halfway there. 4, come on. 2 more. Get after it. Come on. Fuck it out.
Sorry.
Oh dear.
That's the first deadlift I've filmed in a very long time.
Sorry, buddy. An hour round trip. You need to fail a bench press and you fail a deadlift.
What a session we've had, eh? What a session. Where do we start, bro?
I'm going to start with a quote from In Spiral Carpets.
Okay.
So this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small.
Yeah.
This is how it feels when your words mean nothing at all. It's kind of how I feel right now.
Couldn't agree more. So we were all excited sort of the last few days, getting all built up to hitting a new 1 rep max on your bench and everything. And yeah, I mean, I was just having a standard training day, but just was not feeling it whatsoever. But I think your disappointment probably outweighs mine at the moment.
I don't know, because I hit 100 for 20, which has been a goal for a while,
which
I wanted to do. Am I pissed off that I barely hit 145 and I couldn't hit 152? Yes, especially as a 109, 110 kilo behemoth that I am.
Oh right, yeah.
But then also, mate, I think I've got the strength to do it. I think I've got some sort of neurological thing. I don't know, something's not firing correctly. And also, mate, I didn't snap anything up. So I failed it, but at least, mate, I could go again next week if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I will.
I think the strength, like we say, is 100% there with you. There's just a few sort of technical things that we were noticing.
Something's just not quite.
Like the fact that we were noticing on the day that you were maxing out, you're going, oh, the bar's coming a little bit too low on your chest and things like that. Those are things that we could have addressed.
The answer is, I'm going to watch all of Scott Mendelssohn's YouTube videos on how to bench, and then I'll come back and bench 160.
100%.
Next week.
You can't not after watching.
Can't not. I don't know, mate. For me personally, I think I either need to have a good 12-week, 16-week peaking program for the bench press, or do singles, heavier singles, 130 plus, just to get used to bringing that bar down properly.
I think it's a bit of a psychological thing with you, bringing that bar down a little bit quicker, not using up as much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm very, very glad that you got the 100 for 20.
Yes.
That was a bit of a monkey on your shoulder for a while after you failed that last time. So.
And fairly comfortably as well.
Yeah. So it's nice that the PR horn sort of worked today. It wasn't a max, but I mean, there's stresses going on in it. Like you've got other things going on that we need to. Life happens, and you're not a full-time athlete, so you don't have all the time to dedicate to training.
What about you, Matthew? How are you?
I'm feeling pretty shit. I mean, I was a little bit deflated when Sam missed his lift anyway, so I was not really the most motivated to train anyway, but 200 today, 205 today was just feeling ridiculous. Like the first set was literally felt like a max reps, and then I had to do it for another set and I just failed it. Got to 4 reps, tried to get the 5th one off the floor, probably could have completed it, but the form would have just been horrendous. So something's not quite right there with me at the moment as well. I think my fatigue is probably a lot higher than I'd like to admit. I sort of just push it to the back of my mind, just think let's just go again and just hammer it. But sometimes you need to accept that actually your fatigue is a lot higher. And other things like my sleep's not great at the moment, all these other excuses which come into it. I think I just need to have a word with Ben and say probably just take the rest of the week off and really just refresh myself, because something definitely wasn't right today. And to be honest, the last few sessions something hasn't quite been right. Everything's sort of feeling quite achy, and seeing as I've just started a new cycle of training where actually the weights are quite light, I shouldn't be feeling this fatigued and banged up. So I think I need to have a proper deload, like a week off, and really actually let my body recover and then go again.
Today's a sad day.
Today is a sad day, but that is the highs and lows of powerlifting. Some days you're on top of the world, you feel like an absolute beast, and then some days you feel like this.
I'm also a little bit sad because I'm checking my DMs on a regular basis and no one has slid into my DMs yet, so I'm still waiting for someone to...
But we can announce that Luke has won FIFA 19 and a pint of... What a lovely pair.
What a lovely pair.
Yeah.
We just need his address now.
Yeah, send me your address, Luke, and we'll
hook you up, my friend.
Hook you up. Oh, I'm feeling sore and a little bit down in the dumps, if I'm honest with you. I'm not feeling too great at the moment, especially after that training session. But I want to quickly expand on what we were talking about at the end there with Sam, and that's a little bit just talking about fatigue. But obviously we touched on like the sort of physical fatigue, but mental fatigue definitely comes into that. And I've sort of been having to think about some of the things that are causing me stresses, which are contributing to me an exacerbation of my mental fatigue. And I've actually recognised that one of those things, unfortunately, is making YouTube videos. Now, I absolutely love making YouTube videos. It's actually something that does help my mental well-being because I enjoy creating content, filming things, editing. I enjoy doing all of those things, but at the moment I've actually realised that I'm spending a little bit too much time and too much effort on them. And what I mean by that is I'm spending early hours of the morning editing videos when really that's just not healthy for what is essentially a hobby. So I've realised that I need to just take a little step away from YouTube just for a couple of weeks just to sort of refresh my mind a little bit. And I think that's important for people's mental health to actually try and recognise what stresses are, are there in your life. And I've recognised that actually making YouTube videos for the last few weeks has actually been more of a stress than it has a benefit, whereas I'd always use YouTube as a little bit of a way of clearing my head and to help with my mental well-being. Actually the last few weeks it's actually been a little bit detrimental because I'm not getting enough sleep, putting a bit too much pressure on myself to actually make YouTube videos when really I should just be doing it for the pure enjoyment. So I've decided I am going to just take a couple of weeks away from YouTube and maybe social media in general. I might sort of post on Instagram just to keep my sort of progress going, I suppose, but to be fair, I'm not actually going to be in the gym for the next week or so because I'm obviously taking a week off from the gym to refresh body as well as mind. But yeah, I hope you guys will understand. You're a supportive bunch, so I realise that it's not too much of an issue, but yeah, I mean for me I've been making YouTube videos like consistently for quite a long time now, so to actually say I don't want to do that for a couple of weeks is quite a big deal for me, but we'll see how we go. I think it's the right thing to do just for my mental well-being, like I said. And yeah, we'll come back stronger and keep can't say that word, progressing. Right, on that note, I'm going to sign out the video because I need to go to bed, clearly. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. Bit of a downer of a video to end on, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. Please leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.